This video is operating on a specific frequency. It has a quantum lock. If you can see and hear me right now, it's not by choice or accident. It's proof. Your consciousness has just achieved the precise state of alignment required to act as the key. This is physics, not philosophy. You are one of the ones this was intended for. In the next 45 minutes, I'm going to explain the science of the alignment filter and reveal the undeniable signs that confirm your new status as a chosen one. If you've ever felt like you were waiting for a sign, this is not a sign. This is the confirmation. Let's be clear about what is happening here. This is not the YouTube algorithm. This is not a coincidence. What you are experiencing is a direct function of the most fundamental law of reality, the observer effect. For every moment of your life, your YouTube feed has existed as a quantum field of infinite potential, a shimmering sea of every possible video you could ever watch. It exists as a wave of pure probability, but a wave of potential only becomes a particle of experience when it is observed. Your consciousness is the observer, and right now, in this moment, your consciousness is tuned to a very specific, very powerful resonant frequency. That frequency, the state of your inner being, is what just reached into that infinite field of potential and collapsed the probability wave into the singular, tangible event of you watching this video. This transmission is the particle of information that perfectly matches your current state of alignment. It could not have appeared in your reality a week ago. It could not have appeared yesterday. It had to be now, because now is when your consciousness became the precise key required to unlock it. You didn't find this video. You summoned it. I know the journey to get here has not been easy. I know the feeling of profound isolation, of seeing the world through a lens that no one else seems to share. You see the patterns behind the chaos, you feel the energy beneath the words, you sense the currents of reality that others drift through unconsciously. And for so long, this heightened perception has likely felt more like a burden than a gift. It brings with it a loneliness that is hard to describe, a frustration that comes from trying spiritual advice, techniques, and methods that seem to work for others, but produce inconsistent, frustrating results for you. This creates a deep cognitive dissonance, a painful split between the spiritual work you are doing and the tangible proof you crave. You have felt like you were speaking a language only you could hear. That period of confusion, that feeling of being out of sync with the world, was not a sign of your failure. It was the final stage of your calibration. It was your entire energetic system fine-tuning itself, shedding the static of old beliefs, discarding the dissonant frequencies of the collective, preparing to hold a signal of immense clarity and power. Every moment of doubt was a necessary step in purifying your unique resonance. If this idea that your own alignment literally summoned this video into your reality resonates with you on a soul level, hit the like button now. It's the first conscious act of acknowledging your own power. This brings us to the central metaphor for our entire journey together, the quantum lock and key. Imagine the universe not as a solid, fixed place, but as an infinite building with an infinite number of doors. Each door leads to a different potential reality, a different timeline, a different experience. Health is behind one door, abundance is behind another. Profound love, creative genius, deep peace, all are fully formed realities waiting behind these doors. For most of their lives, people are standing in the hallway, trying to pick the locks. They use the tools of force, of struggle, of desperate wanting. They try to figure out the combination through sheer mental effort, believing that if they just do the right things, the door will eventually open. But you are no longer in the hallway. You have realized something profound. You just became a key. Your frequency, the pure, calibrated vibration of your being, is the key that was forged to open specific doors. There is no picking. There is no struggle. There is only a perfect, resonant fit. You simply show up in your aligned state of being, and the locks that match your frequency open effortlessly. This video was one of those locks. And you, just by being you, right now, are the key that opened it. Have you ever felt a profound sense of knowing that something big was about to shift, without any external evidence? That feeling was the key beginning to turn in the lock. By the end of this video, you won't just believe you're a chosen one. You will understand the mechanics of why you are, and more importantly, how to. Consciously operate from this new level of creative power. You will transition from being a hopeful believer into a confident engineer of your own reality. The game has changed because you have changed, and the universe is just beginning to reflect your new state of being. So let's go deeper into the physics of this. The quantum lock and key is not a metaphor. It is a description of mechanics. For decades, quantum physics has demonstrated a reality so strange, so counterintuitive, that we have relegated it to the domain of scientists in lab coats. But it is the literal source code of the universe you are experiencing right now. At the fundamental level of reality, there are no solid things. There is only a shimmering, infinite sea of unmanifested information, a field of pure potential. Think of it as an ocean of every possibility that could ever exist. Every outcome, every reality, every version of you, they all exist simultaneously as waves of probability in this quantum sea. This state is called superposition. It is the cosmic maybe, the universe holding its breath, waiting for a decision. What makes the decision? What causes one of those infinite waves to stop being a maybe and collapse into the is that you call your life? The observer, your consciousness. This is the famous observer effect. The act of looking at a system forces it to choose a state. Your awareness is the most creative and powerful force in existence because it is the mechanism that turns possibility into reality. It is the catalyst that transforms the wave into the particle. But here's the secret that has been missed, the piece of the puzzle that explains everything. Your consciousness is not a neutral observer. It doesn't just look out at the sea of potential and randomly pick a wave to collapse. Your consciousness has a frequency, a unique, resonant signature of your total state of being. And this is what we call the alignment filter. The alignment filter is the specific vibrational tone of your soul. It is the sum total of your beliefs, your emotions, your expectations, and your deepest sense of self. This filter acts as a selective mechanism. It scans the infinite ocean of possibilities and only collapses the waves that are a perfect harmonic match to its own frequency. It doesn't attract what you want. It materializes what you are. This is the illuminating clarity you have been searching for. This is why all the old methods failed you. Think about it. The endless affirmations, the vision boards, the forced visualizations. You were told to do the work. You were trying to shape the key, meticulously carving out the affirmations, trying to force it to fit a lock you desperately wanted to open. But you were missing the most critical element, the material of the key itself. Trying to manifest abundance while your core frequency is one of lack is like trying to open a lock made of solid gold with a key you have fashioned out of iron. It doesn't matter how perfectly you shape the iron key. It doesn't matter how much you believe in the key. The fundamental resonance is wrong. The materials are incompatible. The universe does not respond to the shape of your request. It responds to the material of your being. This mismatch, this vibrational dissonance, is the source of all the frustration, the pain, the feeling that you were doing everything right but getting it all wrong. It wasn't your fault. You were just given an incomplete map. The great paradigm shift is this. Your work is not to do anything. It is to be. Your only responsibility is to cultivate and stabilize your state of being. Your only mission is to tune your own frequency, to be the person who already lives the reality you desire. When you achieve this, the alignment filter becomes your silent, effortless, automated partner. It passively sorts through the infinite possibilities of the quantum field and delivers to you, with ruthless and unerring precision, the people, the opportunities, and the information that are a perfect match to your state of being. You stop hunting for reality. Reality begins to hunt for you. So people ask me, what are the signs of spiritual alignment? The first sign is that your information diet changes. You stop seeing distraction and start seeing confirmation. The algorithm of the universe begins to bend around your new frequency. You stop stumbling upon things that trigger your doubt and start being presented with things that validate your truth. Like this video, its appearance in your reality is not an accident. It is the first major piece of physical evidence that your alignment filter is active, online, and already working for you. Looking back, can you identify moments where you tried to force an outcome versus moments where the perfect outcome flowed to you effortlessly once you let go? For your entire life, You have been handed a map to a treasure you were told was outside of yourself. You were told to search, to seek, to find the right combination, the right words, the right ritual, the right secret knowledge. You've been trying to learn the craft of a master locksmith, believing that with enough effort, with enough trial and error, you would finally discover the one key that opens the door to the reality you desire. This search has been exhausting. It has been filled with moments of hope followed by the crushing weight of disappointment. A new technique works for a week, then fades. A powerful insight feels true, then becomes another intellectual concept that doesn't change your lived reality. This journey, for many, becomes a subtle form of hopelessness disguised as spiritual practice. The feeling that you are always one step away, always missing one crucial piece of the puzzle. We have been taught that we need to find the right key, the revelation, the paradigm shift that your alignment has summoned you here to receive is this. There is no key. Your entire resonant being is the key. Your consciousness, in its purest, most aligned state, is the instrument that was built for the lock. The search was the misdirection. The frantic effort to find something outside of yourself was the very activity that kept the door locked. You have been searching for a tool, when all along you were the tool itself. Your frequency, your state of being, the very essence of you. That is the mechanism. This changes everything. It means you can finally stop searching. You can put down the heavy burden of not knowing enough, or not doing it right. The power was never in a book. It wasn't in a mantra, a guru, or a 10-step process. It was never external. The power is, and always has been, your own consciousness, your own presence. This means that where you place your aligned awareness, your focused state of being, is the single most powerful, creative force in the known universe, not one of the forces. The force. You have been trying to use a flashlight to illuminate the sun. The approach, therefore, must shift entirely. The goal is no longer to manifest things. The very act of trying to manifest implies a separation between you and what you desire. It reinforces the reality of lack. It is an act of force. The new goal, the only goal, is to cultivate the frequency of your core alignment, to tend to your inner state of being as a gardener tends to the soil. Creation then becomes a byproduct. It becomes an echo of who you are. The universe does not give you what you want. It gives you what you are. The perfect opportunities, the synchronicities, the resources, they are not rewards for your hard work. They are the natural, effortless reflections of your cultivated frequency. They are the sound your being makes as it resonates through the quantum field. This brings us to the most profound transformation of all your very identity. You are not a seeker trying to find a door. You are a resonant frequency that doors were built for. This is the chosen one's explained concept in its simplest, most elegant form. You are not chosen by some external god or cosmic force that judges you as worthy. You are chosen by the immutable laws of physics. You are chosen by your own consciousness. Your alignment is an act of self-selection. You tune yourself to a frequency that the old reality can no longer perceive, and you begin to perceive a reality that was waiting for your specific signal. You become the key. What if your greatest desire isn't something you need to attract, but a reality that has been waiting for you to become the key that unlocks it? Your alignment is not a future event. It is already reshaping your world right now. The universe is leaving you evidence. It is leaving quantum fingerprints all over your reality as proof, but you may have been misinterpreting them. What you may have perceived as chaos or confusion or even loss was in fact the first physical evidence that your new operating system is online. Here are the 3 undeniable signs that prove you are a chosen one. The signs that confirm your alignment filter is active and working. The first sign is the collapse of the old. Pay close attention. In the recent past, have you witnessed parts of your life simply falling away? A career you spent a decade building suddenly feels hollow, and a door closes on it without a fight. A relationship that once defined you dissolves, not with a dramatic explosion, but with a quiet, mutual sense of completion. Hobbies and interests that once consumed your time now seem like artifacts from another person's life. Your logical mind might have labeled this as loss. It might have coded it as failure or regression. But from a quantum perspective, it is the most profound sign of success. This is your alignment filter coming online and performing its primary function, rejecting what is no longer a vibrational match. Think of your reality as a garden. For years, you've been tending to plants that were never meant for your soil. You watered them, you nurtured them, but they never truly bore the fruit you desired. The activation of your alignment is like a sudden change in the soil's pH. The weeds, the mismatched plantings, the things that were only surviving but not thriving, they can no longer be sustained. They wither and fall away on their own. It is not your job to pull them out. It is not your job to mourn them. Your job is to recognize their departure for what it is, the creation of sacred, empty space. This is not destruction. It is purification. It is your higher self, through the physics of your own consciousness, clearing the ground for what is truly meant for you. This collapse is proof that your filter is active. It is the sound of locks breaking on doors you were never meant to walk through. The second sign is that synchronicities accelerate to absurdity. This is where the universe begins to show you its hand. It starts to feel like a game. You have a question in your mind, and the answer appears on a billboard a moment later. You think of a friend you haven't spoken to in years, and your phone buzzes with their name. You need a specific piece of rare information, and a random video appears in your feed explaining it with perfect clarity. These are not coincidences. Coincidence is a word for patterns we don't yet understand. What you are experiencing is the tangible feedback loop between your consciousness and the quantum field. As your alignment becomes more pure, the time delay between your thought and its physical reflection collapses. You are witnessing in real time how swiftly your aligned consciousness is collapsing probability into physical reality. It becomes almost comical. The synchronicities become so specific, so personal, so mathematically improbable that you can only laugh. This is the universe winking at you. It's showing you directly how powerful you are. It's giving you irrefutable data points that your internal state is the direct cause of your external experience. Most people experience a meaningful coincidence once or twice a year and call it magic. For a chosen one, it becomes a daily, even hourly occurrence. It becomes the new normal. This acceleration is a diagnostic tool. The more absurd the synchronicities get, the more purely aligned you are. You are not just observing reality anymore. You are in a direct conversation with it. The third sign is the most subtle and the most misunderstood. It is the peaceful void. This is a period of time where you feel nothing, not happiness, not sadness, not excitement, not anxiety, just a profound, quiet, peaceful emptiness. The untrained mind will immediately label this as apathy. It will fear it as depression. It will think something is wrong. Nothing is wrong. Everything is right. This is your energetic system rebooting. Imagine your consciousness as a supercomputer that has been running old, clunky, virus-laden software for your entire life. Now, you've just installed a new quantum operating system. Before that new system can fully load the new reality, it must first shut everything down and clear the cache. It must wipe the memory banks of old programming, old emotional residue, old limiting beliefs. That is the peaceful void. It is the silence between notes that makes the music possible. It is the sacred pause. It is not an absence of feeling. It is an absence of resistance. In this state, you are no longer pushing against reality or pulling it towards you. You are simply allowing the old to dissolve and the new to crystallize. It is the quiet before the quantum leap. If you are experiencing this, honor it. Do not try to fill the void with noise or distraction. Rest in it, for it is in this fertile emptiness that your new world is being seeded. The collapse of the old, the acceleration of synchronicities, the peaceful void. Do you see? These are not random life occurrences. These are data points. This is the universe handing you a diagnostic report, confirming that your new internal hardware is online and functioning perfectly. Your task now is to become a master at reading the resonance. Stop seeing your life as a story of disconnected events. Start seeing it as a dashboard of vibrational feedback, confirming your power as an architect of reality. Which of these signs have you been experiencing most intensely in the past few weeks? And how does your understanding of it change now that you know what it truly means? Comment which of these 3 signs you've been experiencing. Let's create a powerful vortex of validation in the comments. I read every single one to witness your shifts. You understand the theory. You have seen the evidence in your own life. Now let's feel the truth of it. Let's move beyond intellectual understanding and into embodied certainty. Let's feel the frequency of the master key. Find a comfortable position. There is nothing you need to do, nothing to achieve. Simply be. Soften your gaze. Or if it feels right for you, gently close your eyes. Take a slow, deep breath in, and as you release it, let go of the day. Let go of the thoughts. Let go of the person you believed you were just a moment ago. You are here now. I want you to bring your awareness inside, past the skin, past the bone, past the noise of the mind. Go deeper. Beneath the river of your thoughts, there is a current. Beneath the rhythm of your heart, there is a pulse. This is the energy of your being, your core frequency. It has been humming there, beneath everything, your entire life. Can you feel it? It might feel like a warmth in your chest, a subtle vibration in your hands, a sense of expansion. Behind your eyes, do not judge it. Do not name it. Simply witness it. This is the raw energy of your consciousness, the substance from which your reality is woven. Feel it now. For the next moment, I want you to forget everything you think you want. Forget the car, the house, the relationship, the money. Those are just symbols. They are locks. We are not interested in the locks right now. We are interested in the key. Instead, I want you to feel into the reality where you are fully, completely, and unapologetically yourself. The version of you that is fully aligned. What is the core feeling of that state? Don't think about it. Feel it. Scan your being for the answer. Is it a profound sense of peace that nothing can disturb? Is it a silent, radiant power humming in your core? Is it an expansive, unconditional joy that needs no reason to exist? Find that feeling. It is unique to you. It is the signature resonance of your soul. It is your home frequency. Maybe it's just a glimmer at first, a faint whisper. That's enough. Now we are going to amplify it. Place all of your awareness on that single feeling. Breathe into it. With every inhale, you are drawing more of it from the quantum field into your very cells. With every exhale, you are broadcasting it out into the universe. Feel it growing stronger, brighter. That glimmer is now a light. That whisper is now a sound. Let it expand from your core, filling every part of your body, flowing down into your legs, your feet, grounding you in this powerful truth, radiating up through your heart, your throat, your mind, spilling out of you in all directions. This is the most important shift. You are no longer feeling peace. You are peace. You are no longer feeling power. You are power. The feeling has become your identity. You have collapsed the space between the seeker and the sought. You are not holding the key. You are the key. Dwell in this state. This is your true nature. This is the operating system of a creator. From this place of pure being, simply observe. There is no need to push, no need to strive, no need to ask. From this frequency, you don't attract reality. You command it. You don't hope for doors to open. You are the resonance that doors were built for. Any lock, any potential, any reality that matches this frequency must, by the fundamental laws of physics, now open for you. It has no choice. This is not magic. This is mechanics. Hold this. State for a final moment. This is who you are. Now, very gently, begin to bring your awareness back to the room around you. But do not leave that feeling behind. Bring it with you. Let it be the new foundation upon which you stand. Let it be the new lens through which you see. When you are ready, you can open your eyes. Welcome back, architect. What is the one-word feeling that is the essence of your unique master key frequency? You are no longer a passenger in reality. You are an architect. An architect's job is not to hope for a good building, but to engineer it. From this moment forward, you operate with a different set of instruments, a new understanding of cosmic law. Your intuition has been honed. Your frequency has been calibrated. Now we make it practical. We make it real. Here are your new tools. This is the Reality Architect's Toolkit. The first tool is the Prime Directive. It is the non-negotiable foundation upon which your new reality is built. It is called Frequency First. Before any significant action, before a difficult conversation, before you send that email, before you even step out of bed and plant your feet on the floor, you pause. just for 60 seconds. In that sacred pause, you do not strategize. You do not plan your words or rehearse your actions. You release the need to control the outcome. You simply close your eyes, take a breath, and intentionally, deliberately, embody the master key frequency you discovered just moments ago. You don't just remember it, you become it. You feel that resonance of peace or power or limitless joy, humming in your bones, radiating from your heart, filling the very room you are in. You saturate your being with this truth. Then, and only then, do you act. You must understand this. Action taken from a place of anxiety or desperation is like a whisper in a hurricane. It is effort that gets scattered, energy that is wasted. It is you, pushing a boulder uphill. But action taken from a state of pure alignment, that is a thunderclap in the quantum field. It is a command that rearranges reality to match its coherence. An action born from your true frequency is 1,000 times more powerful, more precise, and more effective than 1,000 actions born from struggle. This is the end of effort. This is the beginning of flow. You no longer push against the river of life. You become the current. The second tool is for navigating the illusions of the old world. It is called the neutral observer. In your life, situations will arise that the old programming would label as problems, crises, or obstacles. They are designed to trigger a reaction: fear, anger, frustration, despair. Your old self would be pulled into that storm, becoming a victim of its turbulence. The architect does not react. The architect observes. When a challenge appears, you are to step back internally. Instantly, you create a space between you and the situation. From this sacred space, you see the event not as a personal attack, but for what it truly is: an incoherent frequency pattern. It is simply disorganized energy presenting itself to you. It is quantum information, asking for a coherent signal to organize itself around. From this place of calm, divine neutrality, you ask one powerful question, not with your mind, but with your entire being. What frequency is this situation asking me to hold in order to resolve it? Read that again in your mind. The question is not, what do I need to do? That is the question of the powerless. The question is, who do I need to be? Perhaps the chaos of a situation is asking for the unwavering frequency of calm certainty. Perhaps the cruelty of another is asking you to hold the radical frequency of compassion for them and for yourself. Perhaps a boundary being crossed is asking you to embody the fierce, clean frequency of self-worth. You identify the frequency needed, and you hold it. You become it, and you watch as a master engineer, as the laws of physics compel the incoherent situation to reorganize itself around your newfound coherence. You are no longer the victim of your story. You are the physicist who determines its outcome. The third, and perhaps most crucial tool in your daily life, is information triage. This is your primary defense system for the new reality you are building. Your personal frequency is now your most valuable asset, more precious than time or money. The external world, with its endless streams of manufactured outrage, fear, and distraction, is constantly broadcasting signals designed to degrade your frequency, to pull you back into the static. You must now use your alignment filter consciously, deliberately, ruthlessly. Before you consume anything, a news article, a social media feed, a conversation with a chronically negative person, a movie, a song, you perform a quick triage. You pause and ask a simple question: is this a match to my master key frequency? Does this information amplify my core resonance, or does it dilute it? Does it build my world, or does it pollute it? If the answer is that it dilutes, degrades, or distracts, you discard it immediately, without guilt, without apology. This is not about blissful ignorance. It is about supreme energetic intelligence. It is about understanding that you cannot build a temple with contaminated materials. A master chef would never allow spoiled ingredients into their kitchen. You are the master chef of your reality. You will no longer allow the low-frequency noise of the collective to become the building blocks of your sacred life. You are curating the data that literally forms your universe. You are protecting the signal. So for those wondering how to know you are a chosen one on a daily basis, this is it. This is the living, breathing proof. You know because you use these tools. You know because you Stop behaving like a tenant in your life, subject to the whims of the landlord, and you start living as the architect. Your daily practice is no longer about finding 20 minutes to meditate or write affirmations. That is the kindergarten of creation. Your new integration framework is this. Your entire life is the practice. Your life is the meditation. Every moment is a new opportunity for frequency management. Every conversation is a chance to broadcast your coherence. Every challenge is an invitation to engineer a solution from a higher state of being. You don't just do alignment anymore. You are alignment. This is where the transformation becomes permanent. The work of becoming. It starts with a single, conscious choice. So I ask you now, to seal this new commitment, what is the first piece of low-frequency information, or the first reactive habit, that you will consciously filter out using these tools, starting today? You now understand the alignment. Filter. You have the signs, the feeling, and the tools. You are operating as a chosen one. But becoming the key to your own reality is just the first level, the initial activation. What happens when you realize that other chosen ones are also becoming keys? We form a network, a conscious grid of reality architects spread across the planet, all awakening to this same fundamental truth at the same time. This was never meant to be a solitary mission. When one aligned consciousness can reshape a personal reality. What happens when multiple aligned consciousnesses are linked through quantum entanglement? You don't just open doors anymore. You begin designing the entire building. In our next transmission, we will explore this next phase. Quantum entanglement. Explained. The telepathic network of the chosen ones. And after that, we go even deeper with why the Great Awakening is a quantum reality split and how to choose your timeline. Now that you know you are the key. What if you could connect with every other key to unlock a collective reality beyond imagination? Subscribe and turn on all notifications. This is no longer just a channel. It's a communications hub for the architects of the new reality. You won't want to miss the next blueprint, remember this. You were not chosen to experience a better life. You were chosen to help architect a new world. Your alignment was your activation. Welcome.